Okay, so this is a box review of Trumpeter's 1/16 scale T-34 slash 76 model 1943 with this is the T-34 with the larger turret. It's not the two-man turret. It doesn't have a cupola or anything like that, but it does have a loader gunner inside there with the commander. First, I think is really the first three-man turret for the T-34. So this kit comes with an interior, and let me just show you. This is the inside of the box. Comes with a lot of stuff inside there, and we'll go take a quick look through everything. And there's the box art right there. Pretty nice looking box art. It's got the standard birds around the side. Nothing major. Take a look at the instructions right here. So 39 steps. So it should be a fairly quick build, right? It's only 39 steps. We shall see. All right, this is one of the kits I plan on building this year. I think we're going to do this one right after I complete the Sherman. But it does look like it has springs for the suspension with the Christie type suspension. Building some ammo and all that for inside there. It does have a little blurb sprue call out. Let's see, that was steps 1 and 2. Steps 3, you're mounting suspension stuff, gas tanks inside the hull. Then you're doing your control arms, probably your gearbox housings right there. Up front, well, it looks like it's got some air tanks. I think they use that to start the motor. You got some pedals going in, gear shifters. Yeah, I haven't built this kit, but I did convert one to RC, which didn't have any of this stuff. There's actually a WSN hull that had this turret on top of it. So it looks like we're moving driver station up there, and the assistant gunner, our assistant driver. Then we're building the motor up. It does have call outs too for on what to paint it. And then there's the V12 gets mounted in there. Building some seats. The back of the a bulkhead looks like. Air cleaners going in. Radiators. This looks like this is transmission. Well, let's go back. Step 14, you're mounting the seats and bulkheads in there. And then it looks like you're mounting the transmission and brakes, steering mechanisms, all that. 16, more stuff for the rear. Driver's hatch, some vents. And it tells you where to make holes for stuff. Machine gun, upper hull assembly. More upper hull assembly, some little PE. Looks like we got machine gun ammunition stowage there. More upper hull stuff. Tow ropes. And it tells you how to make an antenna. Spare fuel tanks. Mounting extra stuff on the side. Spare track, fuel tanks, engine hatch, radio antenna, mounting fenders, mounting the hull to the lower hull, building the road wheels. Looks like you have your sprocket, you got steel wheels, rubber rimmed wheels, and idler wheel going on. Now we're in the turret. I got gunner scopes, vision blocks, some electrical units, turret hatches going in, more machine gun stowage. Yeah, looks like you're building the breech right there. Yeah, building the gun. All right. More building of the gun, mounting the gun, closing up the turret, and then building the track, and then mounting track and putting the turret on. So there it is. 39 steps. Let's look at some of the comes in the box. Oh, we do get a color call out. Pretty cool. We got a 41st Guards Tank Brigade in Kursk, 1943. And that's it. That's nothing on the back. We got one option, I guess. Nice. Let's see what else. Here's a box of goodies right here. Oh, it's the wheels. Looks fairly detailed. And let's see here. The steel wheels look like. Yeah, not half bad. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Looks to be all there. So there's the wheels. Nice little box. This kit I got used, so this is why some of the parts I hope aren't going to be missing. These are obviously gray interior parts, okay. Part of the bulkhead. Okay, I was about to get nervous when I saw all these injector pinholes here, but okay. This is the side that I'll be seeing. Okay, it's not horrible. That's doable. But yeah, look at all the ejector pins on the back side. I guess if you're going to have how many hatches you're going to have open may facilitate filling some of these. Well, that's a lot. Fuel tanks, towers for the springs for the Christie suspension. Part of the engine, maybe. Those look like exhaust manifolds. Yeah, all right. Doesn't look like too much is in here. Some of the whole details. So not horrible. Boy, those little grab handles look like there might be a challenge. Ugh. Man. Okay. All right, so I know this kit came out a long time ago, like around maybe, I have no idea, at least 10 years ago. Okay, drive sprocket, wheel hubs. Tow ropes, some road arms, idler wheel. Yeah, okay. Looks decent enough. Let's see here. This looks like to be some turret stuff. There's two different screws in this bag. So there's the gun mountlet. Okay. A vent, periscopes. More of the gun mantlet there. Nice seam line to take care of. Right there in the middle. That's always a plus, right? Turret hatches. Probably the back of the seat right there. Oh, grab handles. That's what these are. Looks like mine's kind of damaged a little bit. It's all right. You could potentially make that out of brass. So, not horrible. I'm pretty sure that might be part of the gunner sight right there. No doubt, probably the exhaust fan right there. Okay. And then this is outside stuff. We've got the fenders. Now this is ammo stowage. We've got some loose rounds, and these are no doubt rounds that are stowed. More stowage boxes. I think this is the front. I think this piece is right here. I think that's what that is. And then your ammo, not ammo, but fuel tanks. Okay. Looking good so far. Here we have the turret. I was told this is all complete, so when I get to building, I guess I'll find out. There's the decals. And you kinda, so yeah, I guess you do get one decal marking, just a slogan in Russian. I'll put these to the side. I guess it's an effort at trying to cast some texture in the plastic to replicate a cast texture turret. Yeah. I don't know why they think it looks like anti-slip texture like that. There's no doubt. Look at all those ejected pin marks in there. Well, they're on the top, so maybe you won't see them, right? So you got a periscope that goes there, exhaust fan that goes there. So maybe it'll be. And plus, you got to paint the inside of this. I'm thinking I'm going to have this thing opened up as much as I can. Both turret hatches open. The driver's hatch open. Trying to get as much light in there as you could. Here's the bottom part of the hull. It's got some detail molded around that. More injector pinholes. Boy, they just got crazy. Good Lord. Let's see something here. Yeah, that's going to look pretty slick. Yeah, that's going to be nice, I think. This should be a good build. Should make for a good static kit. Let's see what else we got here. Some engine grading on the upper hull. Looks like they kind of tried to make that look cast too. Huh. Okay, and this is the rear hull. Yeah. The weld seams don't look bad. But that texture. Of course, whenever this kit came out, it had to have been, what, around 2010 maybe? Somewhere around there? Give or take a couple years. Alright, so that's not horrible. The rear plate. This actually looks better than what if they would have done this to the turret, I would have probably just went with this. I mean, that looks better than what they did on the turret, if you can compare them. Look at this. And then look at this. This looks halfway decent. Actually, I think. Yeah, okay. All right. So, what do we got here? We got a saw. Just some other details. Tow hooks. Latches. A headlight. Yeah. Okay. Not horrible. Okay, took everything off this sprue. Yeah, I think this is going to be a nice build after the Sherman. I haven't built a 1/16 static Russian tank yet, so this ought to be fun. Okay. Rear engine, exhaust. Access hatch handle. Okay, not bad. Driver's hatch. Okay. Some little detail parts up here. Some tie downs along the side of the hull. I think that's workable. Some towing clevises. Okay, some gray interior pieces. I think this is probably the side of the motor. Valve cover right there. Some hosing and piping. So yeah, manifolds. I hope I have these parts that aren't in here. All right. Some more interior parts. I think these are radiators. Exhaust with I hope that's supposed to be a weld seam on the exhaust. They're in halves. Maybe this is part of the air cleaner, or yeah, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, those look decent. Some nice texturing right there. And there's those exhausts, look like they've got, I'm hoping that's a weld seam that's supposed to be going down the center like that. Alright, here's the track. Comes in a little box and it's bagged. Stapled closed. So let's see what okay, so it looks like they're going to snap together. That's my guess. Huh. I think they'll be all right though. Yeah, snap together. The only bad thing though is you can see the pin on the other side. Awesome. I mean, that's not bad. I had metal track on my RC version that had a pin that went all the way through, so you didn't see that. Okay, all right. That's the track. No biggie. I gotta make a ton of them per side. Let's see what's in this big box here. It's just a mini box of the artwork in the big box. Okay, all right. This is what's in here. Upper hole. I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's horrible. I don't think that's horrible texture at all. See what it would look like when it gets some paint on it. Hopefully it won't disappear. Let's see, we got metal springs and a copper tow rope in there. We've got some clear headlight and some poly caps. Looks like what used to come in the Tamiya kits back in the day, and still do. All right. Okay, so we have a piece that fills in the turret ring, which has got some injector holes on the opposite side, but it does got some nice little gearing in there. Boy, look at that. Those are deep. So yeah, this no doubt this goes right in there. All right, neat. And then we have the lower hole. All right, you got the bump stops are molded in. underneath. Driver's escape hatch. All the access panels are underneath there, it looks like. Yeah, okay, that doesn't look half bad. Here we go, we might have found a date right here. Made in China. Holy, well, 2003. Trumpeter. There's a Trumpeter logo right there. Okay, so this kit's like 22 years old. Almost 23. Alright, so yeah, it did come out. And PE. No doubt these are the holders you get to build for all the machine gun. And there's 2 of them. And then you flip it over and you got some engine mesh screen, some kind of tie down cables there, and even a date right here that says 2003 Trumpeter. So, okay. Not horrible. Those will probably build up. I think those probably will build up pretty quick. Couple of folds. Then slide these single pieces in to create the bracketry, I guess, that'll hold them. All those machine gun drums, because they weren't belt fed. All right. That's not bad. Let's see here. This fit together. All right, so we're looking at something like this. Yeah, not too. Yeah, not too bad. All right, just throw that in there. Still a couple more spools to go. All right. This looks to be the gun breech. A few drum magazines. See right there? Those are those drum magazines. Maybe that's gun shield. Some seats. Barrel. No metal barrel with this, so I'll have to take my time and glue that one together like I did the Sherman one. Six drum magazines, so I guess you can just space them out across the tank. Okay. Not bad. And this looks like to be some transmission parts here on these 2 sprues. Looks like those are probably drums for braking and steering. Look at that. That's a pretty nice piece of molding, I think, right there. And I got a ring. Huh. I'm assuming this might be engine flywheel. Look at all the teeth on it there. Yeah, that's not a bad looking sprue. Well, this fan blade, that's pretty impressive. I wish there was going to have to open up the engine and show that off somehow. Man. Okay. And then this one's got the air tanks, escape hatch, seats, machine gun, your gear shifters. There's your probably all your gauges. Yeah, that's not bad. All right. So there you go. Trumpeter T-34 76, model 1943. Just a one decal option. I don't know if you can read that. It's taped up. There you go. There's your one decal option. Kursk 1943. So yeah, that's it. And I don't think this will be a bad model to do right after the Sherman. Since I've done a bunch of German stuff, I was like, I've got to do some Allied stuff. So yeah, there you go. White air identification stripe on the top. Yeah, I think this will be a good one. I do have the model 1942 version too. That should be a complete kit also. So anyways, I know it was a kind of a long review, but there's a lot to cover, a lot to look through. But this is the next one I'm doing after the Sherman. So since I'm just getting into the painting phase of the Sherman, I'll probably start at least building the track for this one, because it's got to take 36 tooth and 36 flat track, so 72 per side, and get that built and painted up. So get it going. All right, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed that box review. It's an old kit, came out back in 2003. I'm finally getting around to building it. Anyways, I hope you liked the video. Give a like, and if you have a comment, please write something down below. Thanks.